Habari ya asubuhi watazamaji wenzangu, na habari ya asubuhi Mr. Mzalendo.
Njema kabisa kaka. Habari ya kushinda?
Mimi sijashinda bana, ni asubuhi. Niko vizuri. Labda naweza kakuuliza usiku wako ama siku yako imekuwa vipi?
Kwangu hapa ni mwendo wa saa 6 na dakika 45. Kwa hivyo tuko katika siku ya Saturday, siku ya Pasaka, but tushavuka Friday. Tuko Saturday. Saturday asubuhi ya saa 6.
Okay. Asante sana kakangu. Umesema uko vizuri lakini.
Niko salama salimini, pengine wewe niambie.
Mi sina la kusema, ilhali tu kupigana na maisha. Unajua maisha ya kila siku ni kupigana na maisha, unataka utende wema, unaona
bana. Hawa jamaa Adam na Hawa walitutendea makosa, ile dhambi walifanya katika ile bustani la Eden imetuletea hii shida yote.
Uko na hakika hiyo ndio tuletea shida baba?
Tuna Biblia inatuambia hivyo ya kuwa hiyo matunda hiyo walikula ndio ilifanya sisi sasa tuweze kufanya kazi, otherwise tungekuwa tumekaa kule katika bustani uchi wa mnyama na tunakula matunda polepole bila kujali kama wanyama.
Unakuwa kwa starehe zako, wanasema hivi.
Nikikuona pale na kusalimia brother Ben, Parigani na kuona na ingekuwa ni sawa, tuko na usawa, lakini dunia hatuna usawa sasa.
Okay.
Hiyo matunda ilileta umaskini na utajiri.
Unajua leo nilikuwa na kipindi tukazungumzia mambo ya, kuna watu ambao walitunga nyimbo za kusifu nchi, na mojawapo ilikuwa kama naweza imba tu upande moja tu kadogo. Mtu alikuwa anasema, ewe Kenya nchi yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu.
Ewe Kenya nchi yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu. Alright, hiyo nakumbuka hiyo.
Unajua hiyo wimbo? Kwa lugha ya Kimombo tunaita patriotic song. You sing about your country and you say that Kenya sitakuacha milele. You will not leave your country. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that, we know Rigathi Gachagua was out of the country on a US tour, but he's coming back. And in the political arena, there are those who believe that Rigathi Gachagua, during his tour in United States, he did not show any patriotism to his country based on some of the issues or some of the words that he was uttering. Do you agree with the political opponents of Rigathi Gachagua who felt like he was washing the dirty linen of the country outside the country, the issues that we are going through, that he was not patriotic enough?
I think for me this would be my take on those who are assuming that Rigathi Gachagua was again talking badly about the country Kenya. Remember, Rigathi Gachagua is in the opposition right now. He's not in government. Rigathi Gachagua is a Kenyan citizen with the rights and the freedoms of speech, and he can say what he feels is going wrong in the country Kenya at any other part of the world that he deems fit to say that. And Rigathi Gachagua was addressing a Kenyan audience, Kenyans living in in the US. He was not
Yep.
addressing Americans. He was addressing his Kenyan counterparts who are staying abroad. If the same things that he mentions in Kenya are
Yeah.
are aired by media, uh, international media, and they are seen everywhere in any other part of the country. So I don't really see anything wrong with that. The only thing is that there was to him he feels that there is nothing patriotic to be a Kenyan at this time under the rule of William Ruto. As a politician who is eyeing for that particular seat, he has got no obligation but to criticize the government of the day so that he can get his numbers to that office. Yeah.
So you believe he was not patriotic enough, or he was?
I, I don't see what patriotism has to do with me addressing you uh,
Mm,
in, uh, in your house in wherever you live in, because
yeah.
I would tell you, hey, this is what I feel, brother Ben. This is what is happening in my country. My
Mm,
country is doing ABCD, the things that he uttered
mhm,
there. I think there's no patriotism. There's no point of calling Rigathi Gachagua unpatriotic, yet he was just raising concern about the ills in the society. If those dirty linens are clean to other people, then
mhm.
I feel that Rigathi Gachagua actions are appropriate and correct to correct what is to address what is he feels is wrong in the society.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much. And we know Rigathi Gachagua will be jetting back to the country on 21st of August. That is a few days from today. I think it will be on a Thursday.
No,
And
you know. Mhm.
and he has been away for quite some time, and you know very well that the political, especially the ones that are allied with Rigathi Gachagua, they've never had this campaigns going around. Apart from Malala and Methu, especially the DCP, other united opposition have not um, shown or have not campaigned during the absence of Rigathi Gachagua. By Rigathi Gachagua coming back, do you see that the political temperatures are going to rise?
You see, regarding Gashagua's trigitude and rhetoric is bold. He is also very energized and is the he knows how to go about with his words. So his sudden return is because he feels that there are issues that he needs to address in his new party, DCP, and the issue of one term after Rigathi had left for the US has slowly gone down because we don't see much of Kalonzo. We only see a bit of the deputy of DCP going around, but the energy that Rigathi Gachagua brings in the politics is missing in the opposition in his absence. So I feel is a confrontational kind of politics is uh, is the style that the people in the opposition are missing at this particular moment, and is coming back is strategic to ignite that passion and that move for one term movement that is shaping up the politics of Mount Kenya region. Yeah.
On the comment section, I'm saying Ayaga. Ayaga is saying, "Hi Benson, how are you? I'm doing good, Mr. Ayaga. I hope. What about yourself?" Now, when Rigathi Gachagua, through his tweet, mentioned that he's cutting short his tour abruptly and will be jetting back to country. His deputy, especially Malala, had a press conference, and Malala had so many things to say, especially one of them being that there is a plot to divert the flight that he will be flying on, especially to either Kisumu or Mombasa. That was one of the accusation that Malala was talking about. Malala also was talking about the abduction when he arrives, and he also talked about some intelligence, especially from the committee that is headed by Honorable Koech, about something like assassination of Rigathi Gachagua. Do you think these are true finding, or this is just politics as usual to hype the political, or to keep people guessing? And when you listen to such allegations, those are not the small allegations, Mr. Mzalendo, whereby you can talk about, especially when it comes to issue of assassination, because like when you look at the history of our country, we've seen quite a number of prominent figures, especially in the political arena, who have been assassinated, including Tom Boyer. We had J.M. Karaoke, and when somebody raises issues like this, uh, do you think it was a political, or is it something that should be taken with a lot of seriousness?
I think Rigathi Gachagua has reached a status where he cannot be assassinated just like that. That would be very,
Yeah,
very chaotic and
yeah.
careless of the government of the day. I think Ruto's government is bright enough to allow opposition to do their thing, and is confident from what I have been seeing that is winning the 2027 elections. He doesn't care anymore
Mm,
about what the opposition is doing. For Malala, I think it is a speculation. It is just trying to avoid the unnecessary drama that can be there. But again, the CS for internal security uh, as a retracted his statement and said that uh, Rigiji can just come home. All they need is probably him to record a statement on what he said about Al Shabaab. So I think that that was a good retreat because as a government don't want a lot of drama
mhm,
like the incidents that used to happen between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta
mhm,
when he returned to to Kenya. So that chasing around of motorcade by the police is a waste of resources. And
mhm,
what damage can Rigathi Gachagua do when he returns with his briefcase and wife
mhm,
to Kenya is probably to border his VX and go to Nyeri, and that's it, and address those who have met him. And beyond that, they
mhm.
cannot cause a stampede on the runway. Uh, yeah, so I don't think the government needs to waste a lot of resources. But having said that, they also need to provide security in case there is anything that. There's some crazy fellows out there also who might want to do bad things to Rigathi Gachagua. You can't
Yeah.
rule out that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. And what moment do you see, especially when Rigathi Gachagua will be arriving on 21st? Because people talk about Matiba moment, people talk about the Raila moment. Do you see that with Rigathi Gachagua getting a huge reception at JKIA when he arrived on 21st of August?
I I I I I feel this is left to the team that is organizing his campaign and
Yeah.
to the party that is organizing his campaign. If they want a quiet reception, then
Mm-hmm.
that is up to them. If they want a grand standing or a big occasion to welcome Rigathi Gachagua, then that is
Yeah.
up to the opposition how they want to organize themselves. But all this depends on mobilization
Okay.
and depends on how Rigathi Gachagua's team is interacting with the politics on the ground. So if
Mm-hmm.
they get their act well and they want that kind of reception, then I think Rigathi Gachagua has got the numbers to excite the crowd. You've seen him move around. is moving around alone will ignite the crowds around Mlolongo. So it
mm,
doesn't really have to be met at the airport, but his convoy just driving around will cause the necessary commotion that is needed in the politics. Yeah.
but you know, sometimes the politics is all about perception. Just in case if he comes and he got this huge and massive reception, what will what will be the message? Because politics, you have to create that perception.
I think the message and the perception is very very clear.
Mm,
Rigathi Gachagua is the candidate to beat.
yeah,
In any case, if the elections come today or tomorrow, that
yeah,
he has proved that he's more popular than this other candidate by
mm,
measuring what he has done,
yeah,
and give credit where it's due, because
mhm,
in his absence, we have not seen a lot of movement around the presidential hopefuls. We've seen Maraga moving, but I think it doesn't move with that kind of energy that Rigathi Gachagua is moving. We have
mhm,
Yangi, we have seen Okiya Mtata, we have seen all the Kalonzo Musyoka, who is supposed to be the heir apparent.
yeah.
We have seen his movement, but unfortunately, they don't match what Rigathi Gachagua brings on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about the punchline, and getting excited, connecting with the crowd,
Yeah,
because like,
you see, politics is about enthusiasm.
mhm,
Politics is about being articulate to in what you are saying.
mhm,
Politics is about igniting the emotions of the people. So Rigathi Gachagua has all that it takes to be a politician. He can ignite, and Rigathi Gachagua can match Ruto word to word. You understand.
I
And
do.
I think if me and you live to watch one of the greatest debates that Kenya will have is between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto. If that will happen, if he becomes the presidential hopeful for the opposition, then
Okay.
that will be very very exciting. I would want to see all these leaders in one platform,
Mhm,
articulating what they want to do for the people of Kenya, and it's not just politics, or it's not that empowerment
mhm,
that they're doing, but exactly their plan. What this is what I want to do in my when I take over office that this government is not doing. So
yeah.
yeah, I think we are missing a bit of that in the opposition. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mzalendo. We will keep on informing you about Rigathi Gachagua when we get any news. Especially, we are expecting him to be back in the country on 21st of August, and we will be watching and waiting to see how the political terrain is going to change, how the politics is going to get high temperatures. So that is something that we will be watching. And Mzalendo, let's talk about empowerment. And the reason why I'm bringing this empowerment, there's this issue that is going around, especially the young people who visited the president at the state house. I think you saw it. Some of them
Mm,
have come out, especially saying that they took photos even with the motorbike, and they were told to go and wait by the gate. This is somebody who is a TikToker. I know he's
mm,
called like Kamau wa Kisumu. Actually, he came out and he
mm,
said that after releasing that video, he said that he has been getting phone calls, either telling him to say that he got the motorbike, another one telling that say that um, he did not attend the state house or pull the video. So, and now that's the question that we are asking now. Then, if they did not get the materials, then what happened? What the materials were meant for who?
um, I, we have mentioned this before in our various forums that we normally have this discussion in the space and everywhere else.
Yeah.
And one thing I've said about this empowerment, remember, Ruto had promised something called the Hustler Fund.
Yes, sir.
they kind of messed it up. And at the end of the day, the CS was sacked. Or I don't know what happened to him or her, but he's no longer in handling that fund. I think Oparanya is the one who is now in charge of that fund. When Oparanya was not in government, he
Mhm.
used to say that take that money, eat it, and don't pay it back.
Yeah.
But now he's in government, he's talking about a different tune that the ASLA funds need to be paid back. Now that money is gone and it's nowhere to be seen, and will probably not be paid back
Mhm.
in time for other people to borrow.
Yeah.
Now, my take on empowerment is that one, the youths in Kenya are not 10,000,
Yeah.
and neither are they 1,000,
Mhm.
neither are they 100,000.
Mm.
Yeah, there are many. There are. It's anticipated that there will be right now. There are approximately 10 million of them.
Mhm.
So, and most of them are jobless,
Yeah.
meaning that they have gone through the normal education system. So a good number of them. Others have gone through the university,
Mhm.
and they meet a government that cannot provide them any job. So, what
Let,
does
let,
the government do? The
okay.
government comes with an empowerment program that tells you that you are graduated as an engineer, but we don't have something for you at the moment. But you
Yeah.
can take a bike, or you can take a sewing machine. You've not learned anything about it, but you will ride a motorbike because that is what the government of Kenya is offering you at that particular moment. Now, so what would have happened ideally if I was the one who was supposed to uh, provide this kind of fund? I would do it in discreet, in that I would organize with the banks so that they can enable the youths of this country to borrow money at
Yes.
a subsidized interest rate, a lower rate than the market rate, but we pump in money to the accounts of this bank so that this money can be monitored effectively, and the business that they are doing, they can receive some kind of formal training so that they can know how to manage the business and the bank, and also pay instead of giving them free bees, free gifts. So you get a free motorbike,
Mhm.
or I don't know whether they are paying them back or they are getting them on a softer loan. But if they are getting them for free, then that is so discouraging, and it is not encouraging at all for the youth, because one, you'll be discriminating on those who didn't get. They will
Yeah.
be shouting that, "Hey, we didn't get these things," and that is what you've been seeing in every social media. So if
Yeah.
you have got 10,000 youths attending uh, your function, and then only 50 or 2 or 10 or 1,000
Mhm.
come out with the equipment, then what will you give the rest? The rest are saying that they went there to eat rice and have a soda. So that is what they will talk about at the end of the day. So this thing is very, very organized, disorganized, and it's like a token to entice the youths to
Mhm.
vote for Kenya Kwanza government, other than a means for them to get out of poverty.
Okay, okay, thank you. You know, you've spoken of something about discrimination, especially when such like projects are being rolled out. Especially, what criteria, we can ask, what criteria did they use, especially to get these young people? Because like some of them, if you now look at it critically, some of them were mobilized by the members of parliament, especially for those areas that they were coming from, you know, and they were so those who buy in into the politics of the area member of parliament, those are the only people that are going to get a chance to attend or to get this empowerment. Not everybody. And that is one. You've also mentioned something about training. You know, if you look at it very critically, some of the young people who were in state house for the empowerment, some of them have never been in those businesses. You know, this is the first time that they are in those businesses. Some of them do not own legal like license for the motorbike. Some of them cannot afford the insurance because like in an ideal situation is where you're using the motorbike, you as a person also should have mobile to the insurance, especially for your motorbike, just in case if something happens, there can be a compensation. So my question to you is, do you think that this empowering Kenyans, or what the president, or what they're doing right now with empowering Kenyans, is it empowering Kenyans really, or just fueling for corruption? If you want to look at it.
Good question, brother Ben. And I would answer it in a very simple way. The empowerment and or optics. That's what you're asking. So this
Yes.
is, for me, the answer is simple.
Hmm.
This is political theatrics. This is buying the loyalty, buying the votes, literally, and exploiting the youth in a
Hmm.
program that is seriously meant to would wink the youth to vote for Kenya Kwanza government. It
Hmm.
is an exercise of public relations
Hmm.
between the government and the youth, and that is why it is done in broad daylight
Yeah.
for the cameras to capture what is happening and the
Hmm.
pomp and color of the particular event. Uh,
Yeah.
these events are not only done by the president;
Yeah.
they are also done by by his supporters and members of his political party UDA in
Hmm.
various forums. They move in groups. It's also done by the deputy president, who you have seen that every other week is spending almost a billion
Yeah.
Kenyan shillings in the name of empowering the women and the youth. How these women and youth are selected? They are
Mm-hmm.
selected by the political class. They select their supporters to go to this particular function. It is not a random selection. It is random loyalty, and
Yeah.
the loyalty is paid back by these goodies that the president is dishing. That is why I look at it like bribing in
Mhm.
advance and ensuring that the votes are secure.
Okay, thank you. Talking about the deputy president, because he has been like the ambassador, especially for the empowerment, and that one has taken his role, especially from that national issues, or maybe the president has assigned him that, because the constitution says that the president will assign his deputy some of the duties. So maybe this is among other issues that he has been assigned if you go by the constitution. But if you look at it critically, do you feel that now the deputy president is serving the purpose that is supposed to serve, the purpose of that office, especially? And you're looking at also in terms of financial marshals, you're looking at it, and you look at the deputy president and maybe the kind of business that he's doing, whereby he can raise such a huge amount of money in a week. if you look at his salary, maybe if you give the business that he's doing, do you think all that, if you sum them up together, can really produce that money that he's giving, especially in a week, within a short period of time that he has been the deputy president?
I can't even remember how long he has been the deputy president. How long has he been the deputy president?
Um, is less than a year.
Now, the core functions you asked, is he doing his role as the deputy president? What are the core functions of deputy president? Is an assistant to the president,
Yes.
number one, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and executes government functions and policies.
Mm-hmm.
Government function and policies are what is doing at the moment. Whether
Mm-hmm.
you look at those policies as wrong, but that is what William Ruto stands for.
Yes.
Those things that the deputy president is doing is what he has been assigned. Is his role. That is his role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is what he has been assigned.
But
Uh,
Mzalendo is
now,
not budgeted. This money is not budgeted. It's not coming
now,
from the budget.
yeah. So we will come to the corruption bit of it
Okay.
now. Uh, the the DP also contributes to in cabinet, yeah,
Yeah.
to make other decisions. So this is now off the camera. Now he's also a coordinator of the economic activities as assigned by the president. Those are the few roles of the deputy president that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Anything other than that, then is his own out of his own uh, indulgence
Mm-hmm.
or passion to whatever that he wants to do. Now, of all the functions that I've mentioned to you, uh, the only other function that I left out is in case the president resigns, incapacitated by anything, or dies,
Mm-hmm.
then the deputy president can succeed him or her into office. So those are the functions of the DP's office.
Yeah.
Now, whether this money that they are using
Mm-hmm.
has been budgeted or not, remember in Kenya today, there are departments in this country that we don't know where how the money is budgeted for, like
Yes.
the budgets in defense, the budget in at State House.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that are held in a lot of secrecy. So the money could be coming from various sources. The money could also be coming from education. So Mbadi would be in the best position to tell us where they are getting all this money for empowerment, because it is not in in uh, the finance budget. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I feel like they need to account for where they're getting this money. They
Yes.
also need to tell us, because we all know how much these MPs are earning and
Mm-hmm.
how much they complain that their pay slips are deducted, and why how they can afford 100 million every other week to participate in this particular function. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel that they owe us some answers as people who have elected them into office. They have the responsibility to tell us where they
Mm-hmm.
are getting this money, and if
Okay.
they cannot tell us, then we will continue pushing and questioning and saying that this money is stolen from our taxes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we wind up on the empowerment, you mentioned about Oparanya, the CS for cooperative. That was I know. But if you look at Oparanya, when he was appointed, or he went as one of the experts, like the people really praised him based on his track record on how he has worked, especially when he was the assistant minister for planning during the Kibaki era. You know, when he was the governor for Kakamega, with the economic background and transformation that happened during his tenure. So he was carrying this with him. But now, when it comes to the cooperative, now CS, you know, we are not kind of like seeing, or we are not experiencing what we were expecting, especially when you talk about the hustler fund, where the downtrodden, or those who are not the forgotten ones in the society, would go and build themselves up. And now you see the empowerment is overtaking the hustler fund. Does it mean that the minister in charge, who is an expert, based on how he got his appointment, he's not
You
doing his job?
you
Right.
you see, these so-called experts in quotes, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, One, if you go back in when Oparanya was the governor for Kakamega, he was accused by EACC so many times of corruption or conflict of interest
Mhm.
and money laundering in his tenure. Uh, uh, he has now inherited that credit cooperative society SACCO.
Yeah.
It was is it a saving SACCO, or what is it?
It's cooperative, is CS for cooperative.
Yeah. So if with the CS for cooperative, remember this is where the money has been lost. So
Hmm.
basically, I think his docket does not have any money to play around with.
Hmm.
He's he's running up and down, trying to plead with those who borrowed money to return them,
Yeah.
so that they can lend more money. But it look, as much as he's doing that, that on the other hand, uh, the government is also playing its role by giving out money that is the one who is supposed, his ministry is the one which is supposed to be lending out to the
Mm.
youths of this country. So it is it's lying to Kenyans that you are doing a good job on the other end. But
Mhm.
when you look at what Oparanya is doing and his scorecard since he got into office, there's nothing significant apart from just taking salary
Yeah.
and going home and saying he's now a CS and
Mhm.
now he's in government and he's an expert.
Okay.
While there is nothing much, there's no funds that is controlling.
Mm.
Uh, he has there's been a lot of poor governance in the savings and credit cooperative societies, SACCOs,
Mm.
delayed employees remittance, uh, and weak regulations within that society, which have not seen clearly him coming out with a mandate or a resolution towards the SACCOs, the credits and savings cooperatives in Kenya. So I feel that they need to wake up and do something. If they were if he was given a job as an expert, then
Mhm.
right now we should be seeing some of the resolutions or some of the things that he has done. But so
Mhm.
far, on my end, unless you have got something that you know that I don't know, or the
Yeah.
viewers at home
Mm.
can tell us what Oparaja has done since the expert joined office, can tell you on my end, I'm seeing nothing apart
Okay.
from just the flag that is in his vehicle.
Mhm. So maybe he's just there because like there was an agreement. We are in government, yet the delivery is not. And that's why like when the expert were appointed, especially we asked, because like they've served in various capacity in the country, you know, If you look at experience of Paranya when he was coming, he was a governor, he was a minister. He came on, come to Joho. Joho was a second, he went for 10 years, especially as a governor. You know, Mbadi has been a member of parliament for almost 15 years as elected member, and also 2 years as a nominated member. Talk of Opio and I, this they've gotten before they were appointed, they had an opportunity to serve Kenyans in various capacities. And the question is, what was this something new that they were going to bring in apart from the things that they've done during their tenure? What new were they supposed to be bringing?
No, it was just a gimmick. It is an inclusion
Okay.
of opposition into government. It is what we have always said that Kenya Kwanza is killing the opposition politics very fast, and we don't have any opposition right now. If everybody was to be in government,
Mm,
then there will be no end voice for the people. There will be nobody checking William Ruto, the executive rather.
mm,
So by and large, you look at the parliament, the constitution of the current parliament, and the
mhm,
majority are the people who say yes to the executive. They never say no. So the laws which are being passed in parliament and the ones which are being sent to the Senate
so,
uh, are definitely going to be signed by the president to become laws. So those
mhm.
bills are definitely going to pass through. So we
Oh,
don't have the kind of vibrant parliament that we used to see on the other days,
mhm.
questioning authority when we had a strong opposition by the name ODM. But since ODM was swallowed, we only have one noisemaker in the name of Sifuna, but the rest are rather quiet. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say no, Sifuna? Why do you say that Sifuna is a noisemaker and he's
Yeah,
trying
he
to
is
overtake?
is making a necessary noise. So
Okay.
yeah, there is a necessary noise. There is necessary noise,
Hmm.
and there is unnecessary noise. So Zifuna at times is make necessary noise, and that is
Okay.
what Kenyans want to hear. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. And before we go into the devolution, and then we will wind up because this is a recap. We were just talking about the news of the week on what happened between Monday until today, Friday. So we were just picking up on various issues. Now, when President was in Homa Bay in the conference, especially on devolution, President mentioned something, especially talking about the extortion, and this extortion was coming from members of parliament. And he said that okay, some members of parliament or in the committees are demanding some bribe um, from executive or from the governors, especially, so that they cannot be put on check especially. And we know for for quite some time now that the parliament that we have, especially the 13th parliament, in the democracy of parliament, is one parliament that we've spoken about not once but several times, that when the president talks about bribing or extortion, demanding some bribe so that you can be exonerated, especially if you are a member of executive. What is your take on that, especially when you look at the parliamentary and also you look at it on the executive or executive? Because like, who should demand and who are these people who are demanding this money?
You see, many a times you see a Senate summoning governors to answer questions in the Senate how the county funds are being run, because the
Yeah.
Senate provides oversight for the county governments.
Hmm.
So whenever they summon them, uh, of course, most of the time you find the governors cannot answer some of those questions,
Yeah.
and many times they are an embarrassment to the people that they even serve.
Hmm.
So I I I feel that what the president was saying is correct. That
Yeah.
there's a right of bribe happening in the committees that oversight the county governments, and the county governments are spending a lot of money to bribe uh, parliamentarians in order not to appear in those functions, because Kenya is a corrupt country. Ben, we know corruption. We talk corrupt. We eat corruption. We sleep corruption. We dine corruption.
Yeah.
So we are a corrupt nation, and it is something that we have felt to deal. We have felt short to deal with
Yeah.
right from Kibaki's time, right from the time we got the new constitution
Yeah.
to date. We have been talking about corruption, corruption, corruption. There are no proper laws to prosecute these rich politically corrupt leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So when the president comes in, and you also find that the president has been involved in corruptions or mentioned in corruptions elsewhere. So it becomes a very, very difficult task for EACC to prosecute people who are in government, and they have been accused of corruption. Today, I watched a video of Shakil Shabir, the MP for Kisumu, saying that
Kisumu Town East.
Kisumu Town East MP. He said that. Ruto's government is corrupt because the president is also corrupt, and he said that this is the only government where we have two drug barons serving in government. And I was shocked that this guy said something like that. Uh,
Actually,
and
this is the first time, this is the first time that he was coming out categorically.
I,
I've never had an interview
I have
whereby
never,
he spoke like that.
I have never seen him speak before, but when I heard him speak, I I agree why the Kisumu people elect this guy all the time. There is a sense of him that is really fighting very hard uh, to fight corrupt leadership,
Mm-hmm.
and that is why he is being elected many times by the Kisumu people. So
Mm-hmm.
Shakil Sabir, and that is why also is falling out with the government, and the power would be ODM.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like him so much, but he speaks some truth or some sense at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. When you look at the issue, especially of bribes that the president was talking about, or extortion, especially coming from the houses, that will include the Senate and the Parliament, the lower house, to say that. And the president, if you look at him, president has been a member of parliament for quite some time. He also been a member of executive for good years. And you look at, you point the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And one of the things that people were speculating, that the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, money might have exchanged hands. And that
yeah.
one,
I mean, leaders came out. They came out saying, "I got five. I got how much? I got 500,000." Or they were getting how much? How much were they getting? 50,000 or 100,000
yeah, something. But
or
but
two
today,
hundred thousand?
the other day, Babu Owino talked about 30,000 was being given out. So the question is, where was this money coming from?
But what do you mean? Where was this money? You are the one talking about corruption. We have talked about corruption in this country. We have talked
So
about leaders who are corrupt. We all
so
know police officers who are corrupt. You don't even have. You just need. Why would you? Why you do even? We have seen a police. We have seen a policeman. We have seen a policeman who owns property. Is he a policeman or a clerk who owns property in Dubai?
yeah,
And because
and now this is why I'm asking, if it is true that even the member of parliament, they know where sometimes they get this exchange, or they get this token, and then the president comes and tells us, okay, the parliament need to change. Was it what was the main intention of the
I,
pronouncement of the president?
the president is in a fix. He knows that there are other people called the young people who are
Yeah.
watching what is doing.
Hmm.
And his attempt to address a corrupt parliament is telling you indirectly that this parliament is corrupt. I know that. I know that the governors come to the senate, they give them money.
Hmm.
This oversight, you when you see Kajuang asking questions, like, he really means what he's saying, but behind the scenes he doesn't even mean a thing of what he's saying. With some
uh,
good english, polished, he's talking tough, but look at his county. They don't
mhm.
even have 200 meters of tarmac road done by the county government. If you
Eh,
ask him, hey, what happened to a factory like Kitiro, and yet have you ever seen Gladys
where, where,
Wanga
where
being
where
summoned?
is Kitiro?
Igitiro is in Guasi, Hugo. It's that factory that Raila Odinga opened, where
No.
we had them taking photos with the.
It was called Mokwa. Mokwa.
Yeah, you remember the Mokwa nonsense, and then today it's not even there. You don't even laugh. This is a very sad story.
You
It's a
know,
very, very sad story.
let me,
Today I can show you pictures of that factory on the internet. You'll cry. And then today you see they have got this amphitheater.
uh,
Uh, and tomorrow you'll see some cows, some some some
actually,
people
I will go
putting
to
some.
that place. I will go to that place
Please do
very
go
soon.
there, and I want to see the activities in that place in the next 3-4 months. What will be happening
Actually,
there?
I will go there and at least get the views of the people, especially on that up the front
I
lake.
think the views will be astonishing because first it looks very, very beautiful. It
It's
looks,
beautiful, you know.
yeah, it is magnificent. But I feel this is what I feel. I
Mhm.
feel these are mixed priorities to me. If I go to, if you have got something that has cost the government, this is a government county project. Maybe the county didn't even remove a single cent to build that thing. We don't really care. But
Let's maybe talk about Homa Bay for a little bit because, like, when you talk about Homa Bay,
mm,
in terms of raw materials, Homa Bay is so much blessed, especially when you come to Olare, where we have pineapple that can be, especially very, very, very sweet pineapples that comes from Olare. We have also the sweet potato that's come from Kabondo. Do we have like or like the companies, especially that can process the juices, pineapple juices,
don't
because
don't even go. I was reading an article. A friend of mine in a group that I am in
yeah,
posted a very interesting article.
yeah,
Do you know, Ben, today, as we speak,
mhm,
as we speak,
yeah.
do you know the county that produces more fish in Kenya?
It's Homa Bay.
You have no idea, my friend. You have zero. That's why I tell you, you have no idea.
So which county
Homa
produces them?
Kakamega.
No,
Kakamega
no.
Kakamega
Let me,
produces, listen. This
okay,
is
go ahead.
this is data, not rhetorics, not politics.
Are they the fish that comes from the pond or from the lake?
I have asked you a question. Which county produces more fish in Kenya today?
I thought it was Homa Bay because, like, when you look at Homa Bay, we have one of the best
I
shores.
also thought I also thought it was Homa Bay. I also thought it was Homa Bay. I also thought it was Homa Bay until I read that article,
Because
and I
if you look
was
at
shocked. I was
Ringiti, Remba, all those highlands are really
those are the shadow. That's nothing. That is zero
mm.
compared. And they have also a processing plant in Kakamega. I'm just trying to
Where
look at.
where is it situated at?
Now, now listen. When I say Kakamega produces more fish than Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori combined, I know it sounds unbelievable.
Oh,
As more fish than Kisumu, yeah, and Migori combined.
but you know, like even when
Just wait.
mm-hmm.
Kakamega is landlocked, yeah,
Yeah.
while the other three borders are mighty Lake Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Kisumu, Migori, they have, and Homa Bay, they have Lake Victoria. But before your eyes even roll further, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
before your eyes even roll further, in 2023, the Kenya Fisheries Annual Statistics Report in 2023
Yeah.
shows Kakamega produced 1,300 metric tons of fish,
Yeah.
with 8,454 fish farmers leading the charge. In comparison to Homa Bay's 327 metrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yani 1,374 in comparison to Homa Bay's 327.
You say
Kisumu
three,
327.
not even 3,000.
327 metric tons. That is Homa
Oh.
Bay. Homa
Mm-hmm.
Bay, Izo Island, Zote. Now,
Mm.
Kisumu 223.
Mm.
Migori 211. All combined, all those counties in Nyanza combined, they produce only 861 metric tons.
Mm.
From how many farmers? From 5,408 farmers.
Mm.
Uh, so where did we go wrong?
That's still bring it to about the leadership and how and the priorities. What are our priorities, especially in your leadership? You know, and that's why I was asking, especially I was bringing this issue of the
Now in 20 in
processing plant.
2024,
Yeah.
listen to this.
Mm.
Kakamega farmers received 120 million in support, including pond liners, predator kits, fingerlings, feeds, market linkages, and over 1.9 million fingerlings were
Okay.
distributed. The county built 624 new ponds,
Mm.
rehabilitated 1,361 others, and launched campaigns like Fresh Fish Fridays.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
So
That's new to me.
that is absolutely new. So when you
Hmm.
when we tell you that these governors in our counties are sleeping, they don't know what they are doing with the funds. They have no idea where to. You talk about pineapple. Let me tell you, in Chebera, we have got the sweet, and the Kochia, we have got the sweetest pineapple. Sweetest. But why do we even talk about the pineapple factory? Yet we cannot even revive Kitiro, which was which which has got enough surplus of maize made from Migori and everywhere else.
But now, when you look at even at the inception, especially of that mill plant, where did they get the flour? Even was the packaging done?
It was not done
Yes.
in that factory, it was done
Or
somewhere else.
packaging was done in Nairobi or somewhere else and brought in, because like who did the packaging?
Sasa ni utapeli.
Eh, eh, mimi
Wewe salala, wewe utasema bana, hii Kenya ni kuna watapeli.
no,
So,
mimi kitu ndafanya, what I will do, ndaenda personally tuchukue kamera.
nakwambia wewe chunga maisha yako pale jamaa. Wale jamaa ni watu wachezi na watu bwana. Ukiona wanataka kuwamulika namna hiyo, wanapotea na roho yako dakika hiyo hiyo. Ukitaka uache wale watoto wako bwana, hata
Sasa unajua uendi na
hawajamaliza class 8 bwana, ndugu yangu bwana.
Auendi na kamera kubwa. Unajua siku hizi digital world unaenda na kata kamera ambayo iko tu na
Hata unaweza enda hata unajua mimi nisema enda na drone. Kaa sehemu fulani, pitisha drone, uingie ndani ya hizo kila mahali na drone, alafu utoke na hiyo drone uone maajabu ya Musa. Lakini bado utasikia bana, gavana anafanya kazi vizuri sana, but anyway.
No, I will invite Kennedy Ondiek, who is aspiring to become a governor of Homa Bay. At least he can shed us some light on.
Oh my God, Kennedy will.
Honorable Kennedy Ondiek
will tell you a lot that you don't know.
Yeah,
He'll tell you a lot that you don't know. Today, as we speak, as the devolution conference is going on, contractors in Homa Bay have not been paid.
No, the devolution is over because, like, the deputy president had to close it today. Was he there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even.
The devolution was closed because it usually goes for a week.
Yeah. So, the county workers have not been paid. The government said that all the pending bills that have been given to the county, the salaries of the workers have been delayed.
But I heard the Homa Bay town member of parliament, Opio Kaluma, was talking about all the pending bills were paid. All the pending bills.
And you'll also be shocked that some of these members of parliament are also contractors in the county government.
Okay.
So ni utapeli unaendelea. What annoyed me about the devolution conference that you need to talk about at some point is the founder of devolution, or the guy who wrote the chapter of devolution, Professor Odhiambo Mbai.
Yes, that was his home county.
Doctor, that is his home county. Raila Odinga was, I saw, I don't know whether you saw it. He was saying that the company, the family, the county government needs to pay the family members of the Mumbai 5,000 Kenyan shillings every month.
Why?
5,000 Kenyan shillings every month.
What? For what?
For writing the chapter of devolution.
But now, if that is so, what about other Kenyans who have made remarkable history in the country? There are Kenyans who have done wonders.
I don't Ben, how much do you pay your shamba boy at home?
What else usionge?
So Odhiambo Mbai's family is recommending 5,000, 5K.
But what is the family saying? Oh, that was just a recommendation that the Baba was throwing.
You know, they have never honored this guy. This guy is the architect of devolution, and that is what caused his death. He was killed simply because Kibaki's government or Kibaki's people felt that that the presidency, that he was taking away powers of the president to the county government. Now, Odhiambo Mbai, if he were alive today, he would be articulating what he really intended for the county government. Let me tell you, 98% of the governors, 98 or 99 point something percent of the governors they don't even understand how devolution is supposed to work. The only governor who I had in the devolution conference is the governor of Moranga. That guy huo jamaa amepanga kazi, my friend. If you hear what he was talking about,
Yeah.
huyo akipatiwa Homa Bay,
Yeah.
Gypsy Corner, I know you're still, you'll never walk alone. Don't worry, I'll be on by your side all the time.
Mm.
We will always walk together.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But anyway, Ben, that's a story for another day. I think,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
And maybe before we wind up, Gypsum Corner, thank you so much for joining. We are almost winding up your 1 hour. We were doing for 1 hour. Now, if you look at what happened during this conference of devolution, is there something that you've picked that you can say that was new, especially from the conference, if you
mm,
compare the one that was held last year in Eldoret?
yeah, the one that was held last year in Eldoret, we never saw a half-naked woman walking on the stage. But this other one, we saw a half-naked woman walking on the stage and showing her butts. So that was the most unique thing that I saw in the conference. So if you're asking about something unique, that is
Yeah.
one of the unique aspects of the conference that I saw. Unless you're asking of something other than that, because that is what is in my memory. What remains big in my memory
Oh,
is the woman who walked half naked and danced to the music. Mm.
well, they usually say, "My dress, my choice."
Yeah, I think she carried the moment. She became the queen of devolution,
Mm.
and yeah, she carried the moment,
Okay.
and she stole the show. With devolution without Akode performance would not be a devolution. So Akode performed very well, and
Uh-huh.
congratulations, Madam Boss, for entertaining us for a minute.
Okay. Okay. Ama unajua wewe, wacha nisiende hapo kwa sababu sitaki maneno na walimwengu. Unajua wanasema usitake maneno na wa ulimwengu. Mm.
Usitake maneno na wa ulimwengu. Mhm.
Ulimwengu ni kubwa, na huwezi pigana na pia na ulimwengu ama dunia, na hata
Dunia ni duara.
dunia ni duara. Alafu pia unapata kwamba unaambiwa um, asiyefunzwa na mamaye atafunzwa na ulimwengu, na unapata kwamba ulimwengu ikikufundisha inakufundisha kwa hasira sana, ni ile utakuwa unalipia. Kwa
Mhm.
sababu kwa mfano unaweza ambiwa bana, wewe usiibe, usichukue cha mtu bila ruhusa, lakini wewe kaenda kachukua, alafu walimwengu wakupate, utapata kwamba watu watakupiga kwamba wewe ni mwizi. Kuna wale ambao wanaweza ataka kuchoma. So unapata kwamba mafunzo ambayo tunapata katika ulimwengu baada ya kuambiwa na wazazi kwamba hichi ni kibaya na
Mhm.
tukakosa kusikia, unapata kwamba tunailipia kwa uchungu sana.
Mhm.
Eh,
Kweli kweli, uh, kweli kabisa, kwa sababu asiyefunzwa na mzazi hufunzwa na ulimwengu,
eh,
au asiyesikia la mkuu huvunjika.
guu
Yeah.
na,
Eh,
na
mhm.
kabla tujafunga,
Mm.
kuna baadhi ya swali mimi huwa nauliza mandugu zangu
Mm.
wakati tuko na kipindi na huwa
Mm.
wanaitafsiri.
Mm.
Labda wewe pia naweza kukupatia nafasi utafsiri, kwa sababu we ni mtu ambaye labda tunaweza sema kwamba umeishi kwingi kidogo. uh,
Mhm.
like tunaweza sema kwamba umeona mengi, ama
Mm.
tunaweza sema kwamba
Na
unaweza kuwa
usinipatie
katika,
zile maswali za CT, hebu sema
si za
sasa.
CT. Mimi sikupatia CT, mimi nakupatia swali ambao ni mzuri tu. Unajua wewe tunaweza kakuweka katika kikao cha wazee na uwe unatupatia hekima, unatuelekeza kama watoto, unaona, kwa sababu umeishi kwingi, umeona changamoto mingi, alafu unaweza kutuambia bana, wewe hii njia usifuate, hii njia ukifuata utaungua bana. So labda tu kabla tujamaliza, mimi nataka kusikia kauli yako kwa hii. Inasema hivi, sufuri ni namba yenye nguvu kuliko dharau yake. Aiweke nyuma ya namba yoyote isiyo sifuri, utanielewa.
Sufuri ni namba
yenye nguvu kuliko dharau yake.
Bas
Iweke
kwenye mahali utaona nguvu yake.
Nyuma ya namba yoyote isiyo sifuri, utaielewa. Kwamba tuseme kwamba ukiweka nyuma ya namba yoyote isiwe sifuri, utaielewa.
Basi nakueleza hivi kwa kimombo, 1 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is always 0. 0 times 0 is always 0. And any number times 0 is 0. So 0 dominates all the numbers. So
na umuhimu
wake ni katika hii, kwa vile mimi ndaitafsiri vile mimi naielewa, kwa kila jambo unalokutana nalo, kuna mtu anaweza kukupatia maarifa ukapuuza, ukaona hii is talking nonsense, is talking nothing, but pengine hiyo ndio maarifa ulikuwa unahitaji, na ile kuongeza ile yako ile mingi na hiyo yake utapata hii yake ndio iko juu kushinda ile hekima ulikuwa nayo. So kwa hii ulimwengu usiwe na madharau, na uangalie chochote kile kidogo, ile una ile mawazo ya mtu na ile madharau uko nayo ya ile kitu ambayo iko chini kabisa, ama kitu ambao isilokuwa na dhamana, kwa mtu mwingine lina dhamana kubwa sana. Kwa hivyo namna leo hii naenda kununua simu na nimekosa senti, nimekosa kama senti 5. Ile pesa yangu ile haina dhamana bila hii senti 5. Hii pesa kadogo, hiyo ndio sufuri yangu. So hiyo sufuri ndio ningekuwa nayo, ningekuwa na dhamana na nikapata kile ninachokitaka. So hivyo ndio mimi ninakielewa katika maarifa ile niko nayo kidogo. So unless kuna jambo lingine, lakini hivyo ndio mimi ningeweza kuitafsiri.
Uko sahihi kakangu, kwa sababu unajua
niko sahihi.
Unajua ukikuja mahali ya kutafsiri, ama tuseme kwamba unataka kutafsiri maneno, kwa sababu kila mtu anatafsiri maneno kulingana na uwezo wake ya kuelewa na pia uwezo ambao Mungu alikujalia, kwa sababu unaweza pata kwamba kuna uwezo ya kuelewa ile Mungu alikujalia kunishinda mimi. Haimaanishi kwamba yale ambayo mimi nitatoa haitakuwa ni kauli mzuri. So kila mtu ambaye anatoa tafsiri ya jambo, mimi naona kama wako sawa.
Unaona hiyo namba ukiongeza kila mahali iko na dhamana. Ukiongeza moja ukiongeza moja nyuma ya sufuri, nyuma ya like 1 nyuma ya 0, ukiongeza 0 inakuwa 10. Unaona? ukiongeza moja inakuwa 0.2 inakuwa ngapi? 100. Ukiongeza moja inakuwa 100,000 na masufuri zikifuatana. So sufuri ni namba ambayo iko na thamana sana, kwa sababu bila hii namba ya sufuri, basi hiyo pesa itakuwa na thamani mingi sana. Kwa hivyo lazima iwe na pale sufuri. Hii ukiangalia katika hisia nyingine tofauti.
Okay, asante sana Jackson Kona. Anasema kwamba Brother Benson Media, you are a young city even though I don't understand the tough proverbs. Oh, asante sana. Na kabla tujafunga, unadhani inaweza kuwa ni sawa kwamba tukupatie thamani kwa kigezo kwamba wewe kasaidia mtu? Tuseme kwamba labda umenisaidia, nilikuwa nataka usaidizi na ukanisaidia, alafu kwa hiyo harakati kwamba sasa ukuwe ni mtu wa thamani sana kwa kigezo ya kunisaidia.
Ikawa nina, how do I put it? Umenisaidia ama nimekusaidia?
Nilikuwa na mahitaji, labda nilikuwa mahitaji ambao nilikuwa nimekosa, lakini kwa bahati nzuri kama mzalendo kakuja kanisaidia. Sasa tuseme kwamba ukinisaidia kutakuwa kigezo cha mimi kusema kwamba wewe ni wa thamani sana.
Kweli inategemea, kwa sababu inategemea ni msaada gani ile nimekupatia.
Msaada tu, yote tu.
Msaada ile kitu chochote ile haukuwa nalo, then inamaanisha hiyo msaada ni ya thamani kwako. Ni ya thamana kwako sana. So hiyo msaada nilikusaidia ni kitu moja inaweza kufanya uniangalie kwa njia nyingine tofauti, kwa mtu wa muhimu kwa maisha yako. Bila mimi haungekuwa na hilo hela ama hilo kitu ulikuwa unataka, ile usaidizi.
So utasema kwamba mimi nitakuwa niko thamani. Sasa utasema kwamba wewe ni wa thamani kwangu kwa sababu labda nimekusaidia. Okay.
Yes.
Asante sana mzalendo kwa hayo machache. Na kesho pia tutakuwa hapa ili tujadili mambo yanayotokea ama mambo ambayo zipo katika mlingo wa mtandao ambao
na wale wanapenda mpira Sunday kuko na Harambee Stars na Zambia pale kwenye Afrika, na pia Premier League inaanza. Kama uja subscribe kule Afrika, make sure that umeenda pale uka analyze mpira ya Kenya na unaweza shinda t-shirt ya Harambee.
Okay, hiyo mzuri. Na unajua pia kabla bado tujafika tamati ya kipindi, unajua juzi kamati kuu ya mchezo, yani walitoa agizo kwa Kenya. We labda unaweza ambia Wakenya nini, kwa sababu walisema kwamba kama hamtatilia yale yametoa, itabidi hatua zichukuliwe. Na unajua pia Kenya pia kulingana na venye watoto wamecheza ama Stars wamecheza, ni kama wameleta msisimko kwa watu wanataka waingie katika uwanja. Itakuwaje ama watafanya vipi? Kuna wakikiuka sheria ambao zimewekwa na kamati kuu ya mpira ya CHAN watapata adhabu. Na pia kuna wananchi ambao wanataka kuenda kuona mavijana wakiwa katika uwanja. Sasa wewe labda kama mtu ambaye anaelewa mambo ya soka, wewe unaweza warai vipi ama unaweza kutoa tuseme unaweza patiana mawaidha gani?
Wajua hizi ma stadium zimetugharimu sisi ma taxpayers hela nyingi sana. Ukiona mashabiki wanaharibu kiwanja, wanavunja gate kwenda kuona game, then inaonyesha bado tuko nyuma kabisa katika mawazo zetu. Kiwanja kikiwa capacity, yani ticket sasa zimeuzwa za kutosha, then kutakuwa walinda usalama wanafaa kuwa wamehakikisha that watu sasa waingii katika kule kiwanjani na wamedhibiti hiyo perimeter wall ya whatever stadium, kama ni Kasarani, Nyayo, ile watakuwa wakichezea. But mimi naweza waambia wa mashabiki wataharibia Harambee Stars nafasi mzuri ya kuchukua hii kikombe cha CHAN, kwa sababu kama saa hii CAF wamesema ni mashabiki 26,000
na
peke
7
yake
hapo.
ndio wataruhusiwa kuingia kule katika kiwanja. So inamaanisha watu karibu 40,000 hawatakubaliwa kuingia kwa kiwanjani tena. Na tukishindwa hii mechi inakuja na Morocco ishinde ile game yao ya mwisho, inamaanisha tutamaliza katika nafasi ya pili, na nafasi ya pili inamaanisha tunaenda kucheza mchezo zetu zile zimebaki kote ugenini. Meaning Harambee itacheza Tanzania. Sasa game zote zitakuwa zikichezwa Tanzania. So CHAN walikuwa wamesema vizuri, kama mnashinda hizi magame zenyu zote, basi mtacheza katika home ground. So kuna advantage na disadvantage ya mafans pia. So mimi kwa mawazo yangu nasema na nawaomba mashabiki wa mpira, kama mnapenda mafans wenyu, kama mnapenda mchezo wa mpira na mnapenda wachezaji wenyu, tafadhali mtii sheria.
Kabla labda, unajua kuna mambo mengi ambayo inafaa tuzungumze hapa, kwa sababu hata kuna ile malalamiko ambapo ilikuwa kwamba kuna wale ambao walikuwa wamenunua tiketi tayari, ambapo hata waliongelea wakasema kwamba kuna namna ambao unafaa ukue unanunua ticket, hiyo ipo. Na juzi kati tuliona kwamba kuna wale ambao walinunua zaidi, alafu
hata mimi nishafanya hiyo biashara. Nanunua ticket in advance, nanunua ticket mingi wakati wa game. Sasa naenda kuona game yangu, naziuza pale kwa pale. Hiyo ni biashara, hiyo ni kitu huwezi kataza watu. Kuna watu wale wajui kununua tiketi, wanangojea last minute, na last minute ticket zimeisha. So kuna watu wamenunua tiketi kama 10,000 ama 1,000. So akikuwa pale kwa kiwanja akikuuzia 300 ama na tiketi alinunua 200 ama akikuuzia 500, anakula hiyo pesa yako ya juu. So hiyo ni biashara. Hiyo ni biashara ya watu wanafanya.
Hiyo ni biashara. Okay, mimi unajua kwa kweli mimi siko vizuri sana sana ikikuja mambo ya mpira wa mguu. Sijabarikiwa kujua mengi kuhusu.
Bana, wewe ni wale walikuwa mashabiki wale.
Si ni washabiki wazuri ambao tunakosoa wale wakiwa katika uwanjani. Unaona, tunajua
wewe ukionyeshwa, ulikuwa ukienda shule ukionyeshwa hii ni nini, unasema hii hata inachezwa aje, hata sijui hii ni nini. Ukiona basketball unaweza sasa, hii kitu inakaa kama machungwa, hii ni ya nini?
Na pia hebu tuzungumzie nidhamu sana sana kutoka kwa mashabiki, na tuangalie nidhamu sana sana haswa kulingana na sisi wenyewe ambao sisi tunaenda pale kuona. Unadhani inafaa tuanze kukua tumakinike sana sana ikifika hapa wakati wa nidhamu sana sana kwa vitu ambazo tunafanya, nidhamu kwa mashabiki wa mpira, kwa sababu unapata kwamba walikuwa wanaleta malalamiko kwamba kuna baadhi ya vitu ambazo zilivunjwa. Kuna wale ambao hawakufuata maagizo, foleni ambayo yaliwekwa. Unapata kwamba watu walikuwa wanarukaruka, walikuwa wanapata. Sasa hiyo inaonyesha kwamba sisi hatuna nidhamu. Inaweza kuwa vipi ili sisi wenyewe kama wale ambao wanaenda kushabikia Harambee Stars tuende tushabikie, lakini pia tukuwe na nidhamu ambayo iwezi katuweka kwa pali pabaya.
Ni juhudi yetu sisi sote wale wako katika mtandao na social space kuwaelezea watu dhidi ya nidhamu ya mpira ama dhidi ya repercussion ya kutotii hizi maagizo ya CHAN. Wajua mchezo wa soka inakuwa governed na FIFA na mara mingi sana ukiwa na tournament kama hiyo iko sanctioned na FIFA na inacheza na regulations zote za FIFA. So ukijaribu kuenda against maagizo ya wale waandalizi wa CHAN then kuna fine ama kuna punishment ile lazima wakupatie kama timu ya Kenya na ni kitita cha pesa mingi sana
Pesa mingi sana.
na ni pesa mingi sana, so hatutaki kufika hapo. Ndio maana naomba mashabiki wale wapenda mpira wafanye juu chini kabisa. Kama huwezi fika kwa stadium ya kuona mpira juu kiwanja imejaa, wewe tafuta runinga mahali watch game ya Harambee ama kama ni pale mtaani kuna wale wawekezaji wale private companies wale wanaweza weka screens, politician wawekee watu ma screens kila mahali ili waweze kuona game ya Harambee. Hivyo tu ndio naweza waambia.
Okay, asante sana. Na pia tunawaambia kwamba mimi mwenyewe nikasikia wakasema kwamba kama uko na tiketi na unataka kwenda kushabikia timu, inafaa uingie masaa matano kabla ya, unapata hapo ndio utaratibu ifanyike vizuri. So hii ni ile tu tunawarai wa Kenya, kwa sababu najua mmependa mavijana wanacheza vizuri, lakini pia lazima tuangalie nidhamu kwetu sisi. Tusifanye jambo ambayo itaharibia nchi. Sana sana utapata kwamba nchi watalipa pesa mingi wakikeuka hizo masheria ambao zimewekwa na kamati hiyo. Pili, pia tukue watu ambao ni wa nidhamu, tusiwe watu ambao wanaharibu yale liko katika uwanja wa mpira, kwa sababu imegharimu pesa mingi kutengeneza vitu kama hizo. Tukue watu ambao wako na nidhamu, ambao pia wanaweza tunza vitu vyao, tusikue watu tu wa kuharibu tu. Hiyo tu ndio jambo naweza warai Wakenya wenzangu wale ambao watapata nafasi kushabikia Harambee Stars. Na pia ukiangalia katikati mwa jiji kuna tusema big screens ambao labda nadhani pale is it around Tom Mboya hapo kuna screen ambao imewekwa hapo. Pia ni sawa, unaweza enda hapo kusanyike na Wakenya wenzako mshabikie timu yenyu. Sisi wote lazima tuende Kasarani. Hiyo ndio maoni yangu, na mimi nawashukuru sana. Kesho pia tukipata nafasi tutakuwa hapa asubuhi tujadili. Kwa saizi naona kwamba Mzalendo ataanza kunifundisha mambo ya soka ama mambo ya mpira ya mguu, so nianze kujua kuongelea ni nini, red cards zilikuwa ngapi, ni nani atashinda na ni nani nini na nini, hizo zote Mr. Mzalendo.
Lazima ukuwe at least kuna mchezo ile unapenda. Unajua huwezi kuwa tu wewe ulizaliwa kwa hakuna game yote. Hata siku hizi kuna viwetu wanacheza mpira, lakini wewe bwana, Mungu amekubariki na kila kitu na huwezi hata guza mpira bwana. Jamani, wewe ni mjaluo wapi bwana? Mpira hata hukuguza hata kidogo? Hiyo nashangaa. Ama kuna mpira ingine unacheza zaidi ya hii mpira tunajua?
Hapana bana, ningekuwa nacheza mpira ingine mimi ungeshapata fununu ama ungepata habari
ama wewe ulibarikiwa wewe unacheza golf. Unajua golf na Kiswahili ni nini?
Sijui kaka, ndaifanyia kazi, sijui kwa Kiswahili, lakini naweza fikiria. naweza fikiria. Mzalendo naona anasema Gibson anataka mimi pia nikuwe katika ndajaribu kukua nianze kujua, kwa sababu unajua kuna vitu ambazo labda saa zingine unaweza kuwa kwa mazoea utazoea na uanze kukua gweji katika hayo maneno.
Nimeuliza Gypsy kona ati nimeshapatia jibu. Mchezo wa golf ni nini? Mchezo wa golf ni nini na Kiswahili? Gypsy Kona, leo wacha nikupatie neno mpya. Kila saa ukitoka hapa lazima utoke na neno mpya. Golf, mchezo wa golf na Kiswahili ni nani? Unasema naenda kucheza gofu. Gofu, G-O-F-U, gofu. Gofu ndio golf na Kiswahili. Haya, I hope I hope umekipata.
Okay, nimekipata. Najua sasa hiyo ndakuwa nimeishika kabisa kabisa.
Sawa, nimeshukuru sana brother.
Mi pia nimeshukuru, najua tutaonana.
Haya, muwe na usiku